What's your name again?
I forgot my name tag, so I'm actually not sure. I see yours is Male Orange Cat. Is that right?
That's my government name, yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer like a nickname or anything or
I've gone by Whitney at some points, so
Okay.
I really don't care. You can call me whatever.
Cool. Yeah, I'll call you I was gonna say something mean, but I couldn't get it out.
What's it? Butt Fartman.
No, that's because I thought you might appreciate that one because you picked that one. I was gonna do booger face. Stupid. I was gonna take something just really childish. Couldn't do it.
I don't mind booger face.
Okay, I'll just go with that then.
Okay, should I change my name? Make it
Um,
official, or should it just be like,
we can just be like low key. I mean, whatever you want to do. The recording doesn't keep our names in the corner, so it would just be kind of between us anyway, but it's totally up to you. That looks
that's
so
fine then.
good.
It is so good. It's Mountain Dew, but in a glass jar.
Oh, it makes it look so fancy when it's in a glass jar. I was like, is that some sort of refreshing like cucumber drink or something? No.
Nope. It's it do. This used to be a jar full of half peach halves in white
Oh.
grape juice.
hmm
So good. I
There's
ate the
something
entire
about
jar in
canned
one
peaches.
sitting.
hmm
Yeah.
I understand you, and I won't, this is a no judgment zone, except that I will make a judgment that I don't think that was that bad, because canned peaches famously are really yummy. Because
They're
peaches are
so
yummy,
yummy.
but then imagine peaches, but soft and syrupy. What's
Yeah,
not
and
to
not
like?
furry.
Yeah.
Because I love and respect peaches for what they are. It's just that for me personally, I don't really like to eat them fresh. I love them in
Because
things. I like peach flavored things.
you don't want to
Yep.
have to worry about peeling the fuzz off.
Yep. I don't like kiwi fruit for the same reason. Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this, but when I was like a toddler, I used to be deathly afraid of kiwi fruit. My dad would torment me by holding a kiwi fruit in his hand, like holding it out to me like
Like
a
near
vampire
you,
in
like
garlic. Yeah, I have a distinct, well, I guess it's not my memory. My father has a distinct memory that I've like envisioned because he's
he
told me the
told
story so
you
many
until
times
it
of,
became yours. Yeah.
yeah, of chasing me around my grandmother's house and like pinning me against the like L of the couch. And I didn't have anywhere to go. And I just like collapsed in screaming. And my mom finally was like, Jason, what are you doing?
That's really funny.
Some people really are meant to be fathers.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to Women in STEM.
Woohoo!
I haven't thought of anything. I watched the movie and I
Haven't
was like, this
either.
is such a fun movie.
Yeah, and it is. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Hmm.
then, yeah, that was about it.
Um, okay, I've got two letters. I've got the first two.
Okay.
Scarlett, Tim Curry.
Tim Curry, so true. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I wore this sweater today, by the way. I was like looking at all my clothes, like, oh, what do I wear? How about Scarlet? Hmm. Um,
Oh,
M can be murder.
murder. Murder's good. Um,
Yeah.
it could also be dumb if we did Yvette for E.
Yvette. We can spell it backward.
Yay!
Ettvy.
Having a stroke?
Yeah. Wait,
They finally
huh?
lost it.
I would say, haha, it's a clue.
Like the name of the movie.
It's like the name of the movie.
Love it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
this is really smart.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to tell you actually
Um,
one more thing. I went to
yay!
party with Ian's coworkers and etc. in which we had a white elephant gift exchange. And my gift that I gave was a about this big little statue of Santa, like one of those really textured ones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But then if you look at it a little closer, you realize at the top it's actually a soap dispenser. hmm
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good present. And what I got was, say it with me, Skibidi toilet figurine with a sticker.
Oh, good. So not a total loss then.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking I'm gonna put the sticker on my laptop, like next to the trackpad. So it's not on the back, like other people don't see it decorating the back of my
It's
laptop.
just a treat for you.
Yeah, it's a little special for
That's sweet.
me. hmm
Oh, wow. Jen was telling me about her friend. So her roommate is a dentist, and she was telling him about the dentist was telling her patient about he had like severe cavity rot in one of his teeth, and
hmm
he's like, "Oh, that skibbity dibbity sucks." Yeah, that's what
Oh,
he said
that's
at
such a
the
funny thing to say
dentist.
as an adult with a cavity.
Yeah, he was like 40 years old, not like a young adult.
No.
Yeah,
Well, a young
that
adult wouldn't
skibbity
say it because
dibbity
it's print.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess an older adult, yeah, would, yeah. Yeah. Skibbity, indeed.
If I were in a professional position talking to a client and they said the phrase that skibbity dibbity sucks, I don't think I would keep it together. I think I would have to I think I would have to walk out the window like on IT crowd. That'd be it for me.
Woo. And the thing,
Yeah.
and you're giving them bad news.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's probably going to cost you a lot to get this fixed.
Right.
That's why you've been hurting. The skibbity dibbity sucks. That's legendary. Do you think he planned that? Do you think like I don't think he did. As I'm saying that, I think it was truly
I think it's from his soul.
from
I
the
think it was like
soul.
yeah.
Same hat.
It's so funny.
Wow.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, clue.
Yeah.
Um, let's just start from the top of the acronym. Scarlet, Miss Scarlet, character of all time.
hmm
You could say all of the characters in this movie are characters of all time. I think that especially goes for Tim Curry and Miss Scarlet.
Yeah, I think it goes for, I would say, Tim Curry, Miss Scarlet, and then the other women, and then the other men, and then the singing telegram, and then the police.
Can we put Mr. Green by himself just above the other men, under the other women?
Yeah,
But
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
okay, good. Yeah. It's perfect. Like
It's so silly. That was what I liked
it
about it.
really
It's like
is.
the conceit of it could be very like there's a lot of intrigue, there's like six murders, you know. And
hmm
the way that it unfolds, it could be really like spooky, it could be serious, but it like
hmm
they add sound effects when people hit each other. Like it is silly. It's goofy.
When they all run as a group, it's literally like Scooby-Doo running sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
they
you would
all run together as a group most of the time.
almost every single time.
Very funny.
For what? I guess it's, kind of a matter of some urgency, but
Yeah. Well, and it helps as a plot device later when they're doing the big reveal and say, well, hang on, when we were
mhm.
all running from room to room together, who fell behind?
Who was missing? Um,
So funny.
It's also like you're saying, there's six murders, so they could have gone a very like dark and gritty way about it. But also, after six murders, you'd think it would get like tiring at some point. And it doesn't because they keep it fresh and exciting every single time. First murder, thrilling. It's like, oh my gosh, new thing just happened. Freaking out. Two bodies. Oh my gosh, extra freak out. By the third, they're like, holy balls, this
Yeah,
again.
I like the one where there's two people killed at once. It's the cop and the maid, and they're just like, ugh.
Yeah. See the
The
body,
entire
see the
and like
body.
the
And they,
the intrigue of like within the narrative or within the when you're watching it, the intrigue of the way that people die, it gets less exciting as well. Like the singing telegram. Yeah, you're singing telegram. Close the door. Like they don't care. We're not spending any time on this character. She doesn't matter at all. But in that way, it makes it funnier.
yeah, it really does. The
Yeah.
comedic timing is perfect every single time. And it's
Yeah.
clever too. It's like it's silly, but it's not stupid. Well, it is stupid, but it's not it's stupid on purpose.
Yeah, it's not
It's
dumb.
which is different. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's clever. There's a lot of jokes. Go back to the so like it's dumb, but like it's clever. A lot of the it's like it goes fast. A couple of the jokes could fly over your head just real quick. Um, and I think that's really good. I can't think of any off the top of my head because I'm not quick, but there are a couple.
There are a couple. I should have like written them down, but and
I
I
should
thought
have
about
too.
it,
I
but
got
as I was
distracted watching
watching
the
it,
movie.
yeah, I was just like, I just want to watch the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm probably gonna watch it again after we get done talking, actually. Because so funny. It's
It's
so
so fun.
funny. Like the scene where Mr. Green, he's like, I'm gonna say something before Wadsworth unmasks me. I am a homosexual. And then Wadsworth goes back to his paper. Very clearly not what that man was being blackmailed for. I don't think we ever really know why
No.
he was being blackmailed. Because that was not, but like Tim
Like,
Curry's acting there
like I'll
kills
jot that
me.
down. I'll just add that to the list. Yeah, so funny. Um, yeah, that rocks. I think,
Like,
I mean, I just love his enunciation. On certain words, there would be like a T or an L, and he just really like,
I buttle.
mhm,
He does that with
I,
like the guttural L
I
sound that
buttle,
British people do.
hmm
I buttle.
I buttle. Mhm.
I buttle, sir. And like,
He's like, okay, sure.
what a
Like, I
phenomenal
get
word.
that.
Yeah, I love that Colonel Mustard is like stupid for the whole thing. He just doesn't get it, and so they, whenever he interacts with Tim Curry just, I mean, right from the
He's like,
beginning, he takes advantage of this. But eventually, everyone just starts getting frustrated with it because Tim Curry is just playing along, and then everyone's like, "Oh no!" And that's good.
yeah, yeah, that's really
Is
good.
there not anyone else in this house? Oh,
Yeah, so good.
yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a lot of that like back and forth that's super ridiculous. And you can see there's several moments in the movie that you're like, oh, so they could just end this now. But all the characters are stupid, so they don't.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If Benoit Blanc had attended this dinner party, I don't even know what would have happened.
I don't know, because the thing is, you
Like,
know that he would solve it in 4 minutes.
yes, so quickly. But
But
like you
then,
said, everyone there is stupid, and that's his weakness, and we know this. So
yeah,
I guess it kind of
but who knows? Like in
cancels out.
the thing is in Glass Onion, he can't just leave because they're on the like remote island or whatever. In this one,
Hmm.
he could have. So that might change the dynamic. Like, is Benoit Blanc going to be locked in, or because he would just solve the case
Hmm.
and then people would believe it, you know?
Yeah, and then there's a dynamic of two gay men present at the dinner party, and that's,
That's
I
pretty
mean,
powerful.
explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess yeah, that's the thing is he'd be too much of a his presence would be too much of a wild card to really.
Yeah,
So forget I said anything about him.
I think so. Because it's the whole
Yeah.
vibe of this movie. It's just too silly for him. He would be like, oh,
Yeah.
so
And everyone
immature. Yeah.
is stupid, and that is the point. They
Yeah.
keep making bad decisions and they keep making it worse.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here. We get to watch that. We get to experience that. It's such a joyful experience. God is
Yeah.
good and life is beautiful.
Never been
When
truer than when you're watching a movie that has Tim Curry in it,
Tim
and every single time he
Curry.
says no, I'm like,
No.
nice.
Yeah. That's a Tim Curry special, baby. No. Another one of his famous deliveries is when he's like, my wife had friends who were socialists.
A socialist. And everyone in the room is like,
Oh my God.
yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
So yeah,
So funny.
hysterical. Hysterical. So
Yeah.
funny. And the repeating joke at the end with all three. First of all, they're different endings. There are three different endings.
Yeah. I think they should have made 8 different
Name
endings.
I do
I
too.
think they should have
If
kept
this movie
going.
has one flaw, yeah, every single the what if of every single person is guilty.
Hmm.
Like we'll do it individually. If you wanted to do go into like Yvette did it and the cook did it, even though they died first. Like I don't care.
Why
I'm
not?
here for it. Because actually, Olivia, I have a question for you. How long is this movie?
It is about an hour and a half. It's an hour and
Hmm,
37 minutes, including credits. So it's really like an hour and 32.
how about that? What are we always saying?
Movies should
Perfect
be
movie is
90
90
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, and if you're gonna make me wait, then you better damn well make it worth my time.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I think what we're both saying here is if they had wanted to give us each individual character is guilty as an
Yeah.
alternative ending,
They
we
could
would
have made it
appreciate
half an
that.
hour longer, but it would be
Yeah.
worth the half hour because it's still fun and still interesting. And you get to just basically at
Yeah.
the end, you just get to decide which ending you want to be the real one. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah. It's
Like
like
they
that one
say, this
Chris
is what
Pine and
really
Tom Hart.
happened, but they wouldn't have to do that if they just kept adding more endings.
It's just up to you, whatever you feel in your heart, whichever one you personally find the funniest, I think is the rule of
Yeah,
which one was the real ending.
yeah,
Because who's to say? I think
agree. I
I've
think
mentioned it
that's
before.
what, if we have like any spare time, well, just whenever, we could write our own kind of endings.
How fun! That would be cool.
And that means watching the movie more and more so you can do research. Oh no.
And twist my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think more movies need to do like alternate endings. Just film a couple different ones, see which one you like better, or release them both and be like, I, I don't know. It's up to you. Because
Hmm.
I told you about this one, the one with I don't remember what it's called. It wasn't a very good movie. Chris Pine and Tom Hardy and Reese Witherspoon, where it's like a rom-com and she's like torn between Tom Hardy and Chris Pine, which is a very
Hmm.
valid choice. Most rom-coms, it's
Of
like,
course.
how is she gonna pick? The gross one or the like one that was made in a factory for her? This one, it's like it's
Right.
Chris Pine or Tom Hardy.
Right. It's like that is a tough choice, actually.
Yeah, and they
I know.
filmed an ending with her picking Chris Pine, with her picking Tom Hardy, and with Tom Hardy and Chris Pine picking each other and leaving her in the dust. And I
Mhm.
think that's beautiful. So it is fun and silly and goofy, but also it's like with Napoleon Dynamite, where you would think it was like at a time where it was really easy to make like bad representation for like women and like gay people. It would have been really it was filmed in the 80s, so it would have been really easy to like fall into the traps of, you know, being just misogynistic and homophobic. But like I feel like all of the female there are a lot of female characters in this movie.
Yeah.
They're all unique and they're all slay literally and
Hmm.
figuratively. They're so funny. All completely unique, totally different personalities, like comedic timing, vibes, but
Yeah,
like do you get it?
I do. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
very refreshing. And I think
Yeah.
um because it was of the time, like you kind of worry about some of the worse aspects that could come up, but it's also why they didn't make it such like a gritty world, because that was not the thing. If they made it
Yeah.
now, unfortunately, that would probably be the route that people went. But at the time, they're like, this is Tim Curry in his prime, baby. We are gonna be silly about this. And also, it's a movie based on a board game. Like, I think sometimes people take like gritty adaptations way too seriously. Like, this is a game. Children play this.
For
What if it was
fun,
fun?
often.
What if games were fun? What a world that would be.
Widowy. This was like when I went to see Beetlejuice 2 in theaters, and like, yeah, objectively, it's probably not the best movie, but does it have Winona Ryder in it? Does it have Catherine O'Hara in it? Does it have Michael Keaton in it? Are they having fun?
Hmm.
Yes, then
That's the
I'm
most
having
important
fun.
thing.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Hardly anything about it made sense, but it was so much fun. I laughed like the entire time. You need to do this with movie. I was so worried that they were gonna do like something weird with it and like weird in a gritty remake sort of way, you know?
Right.
Where they take themselves too seriously, and they didn't. They
Ugh.
didn't. Willem Dafoe was there. I forgot about that. I remember that just now. Why isn't Willem Dafoe in more things?
I really,
Have you guys heard of him?
the any movie, no matter how good or bad, I think it becomes at least 10% better by having Willem Dafoe in it.
I think that's true.
Like the
Yeah.
Spider-Man movies, they're like, you know, they're fun. They're kind of campy and early 2000s, but they're not that bad.
Hmm.
But then also Willem Dafoe is in them. So you're like, okay, it's good. This is a good movie now.
Yeah. And he could have said, this was before like superhero movies were like a real, like a big thing, and before they tried to
Mhm.
take themselves too seriously.
Mhm.
He was the Green Goblin. He could have said, I'm a serious actor. I'm not gonna like
I don't
cackle. I'm not
dance.
gonna do, I
Yeah.
don't dance, I don't sing. Did
Hmm.
he commit to that role? More than anyone has committed to anything ever. Ever. That
Yeah.
man exuded goblin energy.
Yeah.
And he's just a silly, goofy guy in real life. But like he's an actor and he took this role, and damn it if he's not gonna play it.
Exactly.
Like, and that's and good for him. And then his performance in the first one led to the green light to make a second one, and that is the one where Alfred Molina plays Doc Ock.
Yeah.
Changed the world.
So everyone
So,
say thank you to Willem Dafoe. He's also in American Psycho, which is another, what's interesting about it, it's a very, very good movie. And one thing that's interesting about the filming
mhm.
of it is that they did some takes where he knows what's going on and some takes where he doesn't and just mixed them
Oh, I
together.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Because the whole time you're in Christian Bale's mind, of course. And
Yeah.
he is insane. So he doesn't know
Yes.
if Willem Dafoe knows or doesn't know. So since you're watching it
Yeah.
through his mindset, you have to have takes where he's onto him and takes where he doesn't know anything. And
Oh,
it gives
brilliant.
Willem Dafoe more time to act. And that's what the world needs.
Yeah. Do you think the director just wanted him to see, he wanted Willem Dafoe on screen twice as long?
Yeah, I think so. You know what? Let's schedule a couple more days for this guy to be on set.
They didn't even turn the camera on, just like,
They were kicking their feet.
yeah. Actually, they did the same thing with the O.J. Simpson docudrama that they did. Oh, what's his name? He's in a lot of things. He's a really good actor. He played O.J. I don't remember his name. Phenomenal. But they filmed every scene that he's in it twice. One with him playing it like he was guilty, and the other playing him like he was innocent. And like it just really helped to like add to the ambiguity of it. And you should have alternate endings to things, and also you should film things twice with characters knowing and characters not, and just see,
Hmm.
just play
And
around with it a little,
just fill them in. Yeah. Like, why are we not having more fun with this?
and hire Willem Dafoe. Rule number three: three rules of filmmaking.
Have
Yeah,
fun, do more takes, have Willem Dafoe.
it's the creams.
Yeah,
You know the clip of him? It's the creams.
it's the
That's a
cream.
real human person.
Yeah. And he lives on the same planet
Unbelievable.
that
It's
we do. How
awesome.
beautiful is that?
Words can't express. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. And also, Tim Curry lives on this planet too, and he's in this movie that we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they're like the same kind of brand of actor.
I think
They're
so.
very good and also very silly, very campy, and they're beloved by all. So,
What were we talking about? Oh, pretty good representation. Mr. Green also is not like a caricature of being like a gay man. And you could say this is because he's a straight man pretending to be a gay man, but that's only true in one of the realities.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, he's
Again, if
Schrodinger's
we're
gay man.
expanding our minds, anything can be true.
Yes,
Whoa.
he's both, baby. Mhm.
Hmm.
Yes. And also for like they don't use him being gay. It's the 80s, and so they use it as the joke for like the first introduction of it is like he's gay, and then he sits down next to one of the guys who immediately gets
Someone
up
else.
and leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the 80s people were freaked out by gay people.
Yeah. And that
And
hasn't been true
for
since. It's not true
yeah,
anymore. It was just back then.
we've cured prejudice. We've cured it. Yeah.
Yay, we did
Mhm.
it right here.
Yay! Say your thank you, women in STEM, for fixing the
Yay.
world. You're welcome.
Oh,
Stop.
stop. No, you didn't have to.
But for like the rest of the movie, they use his sexuality to like drive forward a better like it's a better joke. So like when Yvette is like, I'm scared to go to the attic. Who will go with me? And all the other men are like, I'll go, I'll go. Mr. Green is like, no, thank you. And then he
No, thank
leaves.
you.
And then they end up getting paired together anyway.
Yeah. And I like them
Funny.
as a team. I like them going into a room and being like, it's scary in here. You go first. And they're just waiting for who knows how long. Like we cut to other people doing their thing and then cut back. It could be 2 seconds, could be 20 minutes. We don't know. They could just be standing there looking into a dark room being afraid. They could have been there for 3 days. We don't know. They're just too scared.
Who's to say? Yeah. They make a really good pair.
Yeah.
My gosh, this movie is so funny. Um, Miss White is awesome.
Yes.
So funny. He
Yeah.
just lies around on his back all day. Girl
And
who
then
definitely did
and
not
then
kill
Miss
him.
Scarlet is like, well, that sounds like hard work to me. And you're like, whoa. Movie's PG.
And then Miss Scarlet is the one who gets it later. She's like, "You're so funny, Queen. You killed him.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch." Yeah, I
She's so
love that.
funny. She supports women's rights and wrongs, truly.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You talk about a woman with no shame. Like, she's so cool. Everyone is like, I did it. I'm innocent. I'm being blackmailed for a reason. I don't know. I didn't do it. She's the only
Hmm.
one who's like, I for sure did it.
Yeah.
Y'all are
She's
playing
like,
pretend.
mm,
Like,
a lot of people know,
she's so real.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. I love you, Miss Scarlet.
Hi.
Mm. In my head, her and Tim Curry go on to be best friends. And his name is Wadsworth, but like,
Yeah, but come on. Barely.
I'm
I
trying to even think of anything else, but
don't
like,
know. I'm like, I don't know if
I
we
don't really
really
have
have
anything
any, like,
deeper.
yeah, we don't have a lot of, like, deep commentary. Basically, it's just, like,
It
just
only
fun.
a movie.
It only a movie. If you want to, like, have fun and watch something that's, like, entertaining, maybe with your friends, maybe by yourself, and you don't want to commit to a 3 hour long movie called Ega, you can cut that time in half and watch Clue.
You certainly could. Did they call it Cluedo in England?
Pluto?
Like, did they change the name of the movie for English audiences? Because the name of the game in England is Cluedo,
Right, because they're
which like
ridiculous.
they can't have normal names for anything.
No, they
Again, I
like to
bring
make
up hundreds
silly
and
words out of
thousands.
things that are regular. What do they call the traffic people? Lollipop something?
Gosh, forgot about them. I don't know. It's something
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take yourself seriously. You used to run the entire world. Now you just eat beans and call things by ridiculous names.
unseasoned. Like, there's that one. What is it? A tweet that like compares the British and American names for things. So like lift versus elevator, both accurate. They both say what they do, but they don't mention that they
But they
both
don't
go
mention that
down.
they go down. Yeah, I do like
Yeah.
that one.
Uh, chips versus crisps, fries versus chips,
Hmm.
biscuits versus cookies. Like there are, and then our biscuits versus their, like, I don't even know what they call our biscuits. Like a roll? What's
But
the
then a
British
roll
word
is
for
a
like a
different
roll?
thing.
Yeah.
I think our
It's
word for a roll is
like a
the thing,
biscuit.
but a biscuit would be more like maybe a crumpet or like a savory scone. And
Ugh,
here scones are
they're
fried,
insufferable.
like a
Yeah, the
beignet.
correct way.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Mm,
Everyone,
yeah.
moment of silence to
Um,
appreciate the humble beignet.
you could edit in like a really, you could edit one of those like SpongeBob screen caps that's like one full day later. That's how much
Right.
we appreciate
That's
beignets.
how much we appreciate beignets. We could,
Yeah.
something that I think is funny is like if you, if there's like a hard cut, like we're talking about this topic, hard cut, we're wearing different clothes. We're jumping back in as if nothing happened.
Well, that doesn't sound like anything we need to do. We're famous for staying on topic for long amounts of time. I- I'll be honest with you, I lost that sentence almost
Did
as soon
you
as I
say?
started it.
I just, maybe I misheard you. Did you say long enough of time?
No, no,
Okay,
I didn't. But also, as I'm speaking right now, I can't tell you for sure what I did say. I know I didn't say that though.
that's what I heard. I was like,
Long
it's
amounts, long
incorrect, but
amounts.
it's also correct. So I really liked it.
Oh,
We're
thank you.
always on track for long enough sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Life is so beautiful.
Mhm. I don't know if we've driven that point home enough. It really is. It
Yeah.
truly, CHRULY.
Ruley. Truly. Oh, I have
Yeah.
to tell you something just really quick, and I'll remember
Yay.
what we're talking about. I have a compilation of times that we've said, not a lot of people know this. And I like
Really?
I just cut it out when I'm editing and I put it on these things and I was like, why don't I just post it? So I did on my account. And so anyway, but I also have one for all the times that we say life is beautiful, which is why I bring it up because if we haven't driven that point home enough, don't worry, we will in a supercut of every time that we've said it.
Can't believe it. We're already having like fan compilations made of us.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. You don't have to look at by whom.
That's so funny. I can't wait to watch it because
It's
not a lot of people know
only
this,
not
but
even
I
five
don't
minutes
know a
long.
lot of.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of stuff,
Oh,
but
wow.
now I'm gonna learn more by watching a
Yay
supercut of
for
women in STEM
knowledge.
explaining things that people don't know.
That sounds very professional. I bet it will be very informative.
We were talking about Clue, the movie.
We were talking about that movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah,
You seen it?
I've seen it. I actually just watched it again recently.
No way. I did too.
Yeah. Oh, no way. That
What
is
are the
so funny.
odds?
What a coincidence. Yeah. What'd you think of
What
it?
small
Was it
world?
as good like this time, like or on a rewatch as it was the first time?
I'd say it gets better every time I watch it. Some because I don't have the best memory, so every time I watch it, there are things about the last time that I watched it that I don't remember. And so every single
Mhm.
time it's like all the jokes are new to me. Actually, this is funny. The I watched it on Amazon and in the details about the movie, I was like, I wonder what year this came out because I love when movies do well, okay, really long credits at the beginning kind of annoy me because part of me is like, come on, let's get on with it. Part of me
Mhm.
appreciates it because, yeah, these, like, if you put the credits at the end, then people aren't going to appreciate how many people go into making a movie.
Right.
And, like, these people deserve recognition. I totally get that. I like it when they have spooky music and, like, something is visually happening. So I was like,
Yeah.
Beetlejuice did this, Labyrinth did this. Like, I wonder what year this movie came out. Um, according to Amazon, it came out in 2011.
Oh,
So
yeah. I guess so.
yeah,
So it was actually a
More recent than you
throwback. This is
think.
a 2011 movie that pays homage to the mid 80s.
Set in the mid 50s. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it honestly sounds like
And then
something we would do to be like, let's make a movie that's like the production is set in the 80s, but the actual movie is set in the 50s.
oh,
Like,
that's
let's make
so
a movie that
funny.
looks like an 80s movie about the 50s.
We could totally do that with our series where we have different directors do covers of different movies.
Ah, yes.
I can totally see this working.
That would be really
Why
good.
aren't we in charge of movies? Why
I
hasn't that
don't
happened yet?
know. I'm asking this every day.
Yeah.
There's no reason, there's no logical or legal reason for it.
Mm-mm. No, they keep making movies that are not very good. But sometimes, oh my gosh, I was going to tell you about this too. I texted you, I had seen Wicked,
Oh yeah.
and I went into it with medium expectations. I knew
Hmm.
that Jeff Goldblum was in it, and I was fully expected to just enjoy his presence on screen. Because I'll see anything that he's in. I don't care.
Hmm.
He plays only Jeff Goldblum as himself in every movie he's ever been in,
Yeah,
and
pretty much
I
all the time.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we we love that. That's his
good
role.
for him.
I would never expect anything else of him. I loved it. I like capital L loved it, which totally blew me away because I like the musical. I
Hmm.
actually in my theater class in high school, no one liked the musical because everyone was like, it's overrated. It's like I don't even like it. It's not even that good. And then I
Right.
listened to it. I was like, it's it's pretty good. Oh,
Maybe
like
it's
I
just rated.
it. I think it is.
Overrated,
Like I
maybe it's
love the
just rated.
musical. Like it definitely can be that thing. So I thought that I was like, there's no way that they're gonna live up to like a 20-year-old musical that's based on a book, that's based on a movie, based on a different book series. There's no
Right.
way they're
Yeah.
gonna be able to live up to all this. Um, and then the press tour has been going on for like 8 years, it feels like, and there's been
Forever.
like so much drama about like the dolls that Mattel put out, and then the like
Hmm.
poster drama, and then Ariana Grande is dating that one guy. Like, the, dude, oh my gosh. I think about and I'm in queer media, so I think about that all the time, constantly. I want to end
We should
every
just start
sentence
saying that
with
to
that.
people. Yeah. As like an authoritative end to a conversation. You're like, well, I think this. And
I'm in queer media, so
so,
I've seen a few tweets. I've seen a few posts. Girl, really holding
it's funny.
space with that.
It's
What
funny to
does
like,
that mean?
I think that very few people were doing that, and that the interviewer is in such niche groups that she can't understand what the majority of people are doing. You know?
She's in
It's like that
the echo
XKCD
chamber,
comic of it's
the
like,
main
well,
one.
most people would only know about this. Well, and this, obviously. And it's like stuff that normal people actually don't know about.
Obviously.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like it's
Yeah.
that. But all people
Yeah.
know now.
I saw one of the comments on that video was all three of these people are different designer drugs that no one else has heard about. It's like the song is 20 years old. And the interviewer is like, did you know that some people find it impactful? Which I
Like,
think is what she's trying to say. It's hard to tell. I feel like there's
right.
like three different language barriers.
It
But
feels
then,
like it should be satire, but then it
yes,
isn't.
yes,
And so
it
they're
feels like
like,
a fake
oh,
interview
yeah,
on like the IT crowd or something.
yeah,
Like it doesn't feel like a real thing that happened with real people, but it is. And it's
yeah.
so funny. Yeah. So all of this stuff has happened, and I was like, I guess like it'll be fun, whatever. It won't be a waste of time, I hope. Um,
Right.
they, dude, it was like 90% practical effects. The costumes were insane. You
Hmm.
know, like, don't even get us started about like the tan dress with the purple sash. Holy shit. But like,
Yeah.
so many other movies have been like have had lackluster costumes, but almost all of Ariana Grande's dresses were like exquisite and over the top and
Yeah.
like intricate looking. And then Michelle Yeoh is in it, and then Jeff
Yeah.
Goldblum shows up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's already been 2 hours. This is crazy. I am having a phenomenal time. It's so good. And then they made Fiero Bai, which is the best thing that you could do with pretty much any like male love interest.
True. Yeah.
The movie ended, and we were walking out, and I was like, am I am I holding space with it right now? Is that what this is how? Like, it totally caught me off guard how much I enjoyed it. They planted like 30,000 tulips just for like a split second scene at the beginning. And
That's
then they did the
environmentally
thing too where they're
conscious.
singing, yep, lots of tulips are a good thing. And they also did the thing where they were singing live and not like pre-recorded. But also like they did in Les Mis, but also they weren't like starving themselves so they could hit the
Yeah.
notes
And that's
and make
nice.
it sound good. I don't know. It totally surprised me. I figured I would enjoy it like mostly like
Right.
shrug enjoy it, but I enjoyed it so much. So recommend. Finally, we have a good mainstream movie release. Yay!
Yay! I was remembering the other day there was something that we did talk about within a year of it coming out, but I don't remember what movie it was.
Spider-Verse. I remembered because
I don't,
I had the same realization. I'm like, no, we talked about it like the day after we saw it. Hmm.
yeah,
Is that?
so there you
I
go.
mean,
We've done it twice.
you're welcome.
Yeah, that's what everybody's been waiting for. No, really,
Yeah.
everybody's been waiting for us to get through our incredibly long list of Indian film recommendations that will take a lifetime to watch them all.
And we'll start doing them again soon. Now that my face is back to normal, and well, we've got Christmas coming up, but we got through the holiday.
The Christmas in November, we did that one.
Oh my gosh, wait, speaking of Michelle, yo, it reminded me of a conversation I was having with Jen at work where I was like, oh, I love Everything Everywhere All at Once. Movie of all time. It's so good.
Hmm.
And she's like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of racist. And I was like, racist, what do you they're like they're all Chinese. Like everyone involved in the project was like Chinese.
Right.
What do you racist? What do you mean? And she's like, I just thought it like leaned into stereotypes a little too much. I was like, I don't because she's her mom's Korean. I am not. So I'm like,
Huh.
I mean, I'm not, you wouldn't call me necessarily an authority on the subject. I just thought it was a very funny thing to say. But that was like the whole conversation. Someone had walked in like right after that. So we couldn't talk about it anymore. But like, isn't that a funny thing to say?
Yeah.
Of like real
I
Chinese people
felt like
using
it
their
was
real life experiences in a movie.
right. And I felt like it was applauded for like breaking stereotypes and showing how people actually live and like a beautiful variety of life that we don't really see represented in Western media very much. Like that was one of the
Yeah.
things that people liked about it.
Yeah. And like for people who did grow up with like parents who immigrated, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, I totally like there was a lot that people's shared experiences could relate to as well." Like it was accessible but also relatable. Like it was a really good
Right.
blend of both of those two things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was a really funny thing to say. Like it would be really funny for me to say like, "Oh yeah, the best 2 years is just too stereotypical."
Right. Like, well, I mean, kind of.
Well,
But
it
if you think about it, it's actually a pretty good movie. It's on the better end of like church movies.
maybe Baptist at our barbecue.
Pepsi
Best
Barbecue
two
is pretty fun.
years. It's so good. I watched it on my mission, like right when COVID was going crazy,
Mhm.
literally every single day, probably twice a day for
You're
my whole last transfer.
like, well, yeah, a minute, it's lunchtime, sister. Let's watch Baptist at our barbecue.
When I was companions with Mallory, that's what we do. But then by the time I had Ali Sabir, who I love dearly, I need to make that
Mhm.
clear. I respect her decisions. She would leave the room while I watched. I love her for that. But I also
Yeah,
wasn't going to stop watching.
good for both of you, you know? You're both
Yeah.
kind of standing up for your own choices, etc. I think like I would put the best 2 years on the higher end of the spectrum. First of all, because it is actually genuinely entertaining, and it also just has like a little bit higher
Hmm.
production quality compared even to Baptist at Our Barbecue. One of them is just like an objectively better movie in terms of like the way that the movie is made, not just like the story or whatever. Have you ever watched The Home Teachers?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I like that one. That's
Not
the one that that's like one of the only church movies that I had ever watched like pre-mission. My dad did the set
oh
design and he was also one of the hunters.
yeah, I remember you saying that. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the see he's got the deer on his head.
yeah.
That's funny. That's
That
funny.
movie's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
it's good. It's good.
It's just it follows the classic story of what if everything that could go wrong did, you know? They flood somebody's house,
Yeah.
they get kidnapped. They like
They get kidnapped. I forgot about that.
yeah,
That's so funny.
they
And
get
it's like
kidnapped because
not
they
even the worst
crash
thing that
their
happened to
car
them
in
that
the wood
day.
when they run into the hunters, they crash their car in the woods. This is after flooding somebody's house and before they get kidnapped, I think. I don't know.
But also
I'm
after
rusty
they
on the
crash
details.
somebody's funeral and
Yeah.
knock him out of his casket.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
I like buddy cop movies are just always kind of funny, and they're not cops, which makes it even better.
Hmm.
Uh, I just like it when two people who are different in almost every conceivable way have to do something together. They have a
Hmm.
task or a quest, even. Well,
Yeah.
I should your thing at
Your screen's turned off. And you're like, well, I should I thought you were just gonna leave right then.
would have been so
I was
funny.
like, oh, okay, bye. Yeah. Well,
Well,
we should do this again sometime.
I no, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would be so fun.
I'll
Definitely.
just email me like whenever you're available and I'll try to like squeeze it in. Obviously not like top priority or anything, but just, if you have
Oh,
time.
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll schedule that in for sure. I'll make sure that I let you know, um, definitely when I'm available, so we can schedule that.
Cool. Well, so good to see you as always.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah,
By the way, is that what you're wearing to the party tonight?
no.
Oh, good.
Were you gonna change too?
I better let you go.
Yeah, that's probably best. You were just watching it from home, so never mind. Crazy.
Okay, have fun. If you could tell your other family hello for me. Maybe if you see your mom at any point in the near future, you could tell her hi for me. Again, up to you.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.